If you are over 60, please listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you may completely change the way you think about water, skin aging, and wrinkles. You may be drinking water all day long, doing exactly what doctors have told you for years, and still wake up with dry, sagging skin, deeper wrinkles, thinning texture, and a tired face that no cream seems able to fix. And the truth is surprising. It's not because your skin is aging faster. It's because plain water is no longer enough for your body at this stage of life. After 60, something important changes inside your body that most women are never warned about. Your circulation slows, blood vessels become tighter, and when blood flow slows, collagen, oxygen, and hydration stop reaching the deeper layers of your skin where firmness, repair, and glow are created. This is why your skin can feel dry even when you drink enough water. This is why wrinkles deepen even when you use good skincare. Your skin is not dry. It is undernourished. Collagen does not improve skin simply because you take it. It improves skin only when your blood can carry it to the right place, and that delivery depends on one tiny molecule that declines sharply after menopause. That molecule is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide tells your blood vessels to open and relax. When it drops, circulation slows, fibroblast cells become inactive, and collagen renewal weakens. This is why many women feel their skin suddenly changed after 50, even though their habits stayed the same. Plain water hydrates your body, but it does not activate circulation. It does not open capillaries. It does not guide collagen into your skin. That is why many women say, I drink water, I eat well, but my skin still looks tired. Hydration keeps you alive, but circulation keeps your skin renewed. The real solution is not drinking more water. The solution is gently upgrading your water so it can support circulation, collagen delivery, and skin repair. When you add natural ingredients that rebuild nitric oxide, water becomes more than hydration, it becomes nourishment. One of the most powerful additions is beetroot powder. Beetroot is rich in natural nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. This helps open tiny blood vessels under the skin, allowing oxygen and collagen to finally reach the dermis. Many women notice their skin looks more awake, brighter, and less dull within weeks, not because of surface moisture, but because circulation is returning. But building nitric oxide is not enough if it breaks down too quickly. That's where pomegranate becomes important. Pomegranate helps protect nitric oxide and shields collagen from breakdown. After menopause, enzymes that destroy collagen become more active. Pomegranate helps slow that process, allowing skin to feel stronger, less fragile, and more resilient over time. Another powerful helper is citrulline, found naturally in watermelon. Citrulline supports nitric oxide production more gently and efficiently, improving collagen transport to areas like the neck, jawline, and under eyes. Many women notice better elasticity, less sagging, and skin that holds its shape instead of creasing easily. As circulation ages, blood vessels themselves need support. Pine bark extract helps repair the inner lining of blood vessels, improving blood flow to the skin. Studies show it supports elasticity, hydration, and wrinkle reduction. It doesn't force change, it restores function. And finally, leafy greens powder helps sustain everything you rebuild. Rich in natural nitrates, vitamins, and minerals, it supports long-term circulation and collagen repair. Women often notice calmer skin, more even tone, less puffiness, and results that last instead of fading. Healthy skin after 60 is not about chasing youth. It's about restoring delivery when circulation improves, when collagen is protected, and when nourishment reaches the skin again. Your face doesn't try to look younger. It simply starts to look healthier, calmer, and more alive. And that is where true beauty begins at this stage of life. Plain water has long been promoted as the foundation of health and beauty. For decades, women were told that if they simply drank enough water, their skin would stay smooth, plump, and youthful. And for many years, especially in younger life, that advice seemed to work. Skin looked hydrated, fine lines softened, the face held its natural glow. But after 60, many women begin to notice something confusing and frustrating. They are still drinking water, sometimes more than ever, yet their skin feels dry, thin, sagging, and wrinkled. Makeup no longer sits the same. Moisturizers don't seem to absorb, and no matter how disciplined they are, their skin looks tired. This leads many women to believe they are failing or that aging has suddenly accelerated. In reality, the problem is not effort. The problem is that plain water no longer works the same way in an aging body. Hydration and skin nourishment are not the same thing. Water hydrates the body by maintaining basic cellular function, but hydration alone does not guarantee that nutrients, oxygen, and collagen will reach the skin. In younger years, strong circulation naturally carried water and nutrients to the dermis, keeping skin firm and elastic. After menopause, however, circulation begins to slow. Blood vessels lose flexibility, capillaries narrow, and the delivery system that once fed the skin quietly weakens. This is why a woman can be well hydrated and still have skin that feels thirsty. The water is in the body, but it is not reaching the skin where it matters most. Collagen is often blamed for aging skin, but collagen loss is only part of the story. Even when women consume collagen supplements or eat collagen-rich foods, results can be disappointing. That's because collagen does not automatically travel to the skin. It must be transported through the bloodstream, and that transport depends on healthy circulation. When blood flow slows, collagen peptides remain in circulation or are redirected elsewhere, leaving the skin undernourished. This creates the illusion that collagen isn't working, when in reality it simply isn't being delivered. One of the most overlooked changes after 60 is the decline of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule that signals blood vessels to relax and open. It allows blood to flow freely into tiny capillaries beneath the skin. Estrogen plays a key role in nitric oxide production, so when estrogen drops after menopause, nitric oxide levels fall dramatically. With less nitric oxide, blood vessels tighten, circulation weakens, and the skin receives less oxygen, fewer nutrients, and less hydration, even when water intake is adequate. This is why wrinkles deepen, skin thins, and elasticity fades despite doing everything right. Plain water does not activate nitric oxide. It does not open blood vessels. It does not improve microcirculation. It simply hydrates. And while hydration is necessary for survival, it is not enough for skin repair in later life. Skin renewal requires movement. Movement of blood, movement of nutrients, movement of collagen and oxygen. Without that movement, the skin becomes stagnant. It loses brightness, healing slows, and fine lines become permanent. Many women describe this phase as feeling like their face has deflated. Cheeks appear flatter, the jawline softens, the skin around the eyes becomes fragile. This is not just a cosmetic change. It is a sign that the deeper layers of the skin are no longer receiving the nourishment they need to rebuild themselves. The skin is not aging faster, it is being underfed. Another reason plain water fails after 60 is that aging skin loses its ability to hold moisture effectively. The skin barrier weakens and hyaluronic acid levels drop. Even when water reaches the skin, it evaporates quickly. Without adequate circulation and collagen support, moisture cannot be retained. This leads to the familiar cycle of dryness, tightness, and sensitivity that many older women experience. Drinking more water does not fix this because the issue is not quantity, it is delivery and retention. This misunderstanding leads many women to chase solutions on the surface. Rich creams, serums, treatments, and procedures promise to replace what the skin has lost. Some offer temporary improvement, but the underlying issue remains unresolved. The skin continues to starve at a cellular level. True improvement does not begin on the surface. It begins inside the bloodstream. When water is enhanced with natural compounds that support nitric oxide in circulation, it becomes more than hydration. It becomes a carrier. It helps open blood vessels. It improves nutrient flow. It allows collagen to reach fibroblast cells so they can rebuild firmness and elasticity. This is when women begin to notice real change. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily and naturally. Skin starts to feel stronger, fine lines soften, texture improves, and the face begins to look rested rather than strained. Understanding that plain water is not enough after 60 is not discouraging. It is empowering. It shifts the focus from blame to biology. It explains why effort alone has not produced results, and it opens the door to a gentler, more intelligent approach to skin aging. Aging skin does not need more force, it needs better support. When women stop blaming themselves and start supporting circulation, everything changes. Skin becomes more responsive, treatments work better, hydration finally reaches where it is needed, and confidence slowly returns, not because the skin looks younger, but because it looks healthier, calmer, and more alive. Plain water kept you alive for decades, but after 60, your skin needs more than survival. It needs delivery, nourishment, and circulation. And once that truth is understood, the path to healthier skin becomes clear, realistic, and deeply achievable. For many women, the most confusing part of aging skin is how suddenly it seems to change after menopause. One year the face still feels familiar, and the next, the mirror reflects thinner skin, deeper lines, softer contours, and a tired expression that doesn't match how they feel inside. Most women assume this is simply getting older, but that explanation is incomplete. What actually changes after menopause is not just hormones, but the skin's ability to receive nourishment. And at the center of this change is a molecule almost no one talks about, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is not a cream, not a supplement you see advertised on television, and not something you can feel working. It is a signaling molecule produced naturally inside the body. Its main job is to tell blood vessels when to relax and open. When nitric oxide is abundant, blood flows freely through even the tiniest capillaries beneath the skin. Oxygen reaches cells, nutrients arrive on time, collagen and hydration are delivered where repair happens. The skin looks alive because it is being supported from within. Before menopause, estrogen helps stimulate nitric oxide production. This is one of the reasons younger skin heals faster, holds firmness better, and naturally maintains elasticity. But after menopause, estrogen levels fall sharply, and with them, nitric oxide production can decline by more than half. This decline is quiet. It doesn't cause pain, it doesn't announce itself, but its effects appear slowly and steadily on the face. When nitric oxide levels drop, blood vessels become tighter and less responsive. Circulation slows, especially to peripheral areas like the face, neck, and hands. The skin still exists, of course, but it begins to function in a state of low supply. Fibroblast cells, which are responsible for producing new collagen and elastin, become less active because they are not receiving enough oxygen and nutrients. Collagen breakdown begins to outpace collagen repair. Over time, this imbalance shows up as wrinkles, sagging, and thinning skin. This is why wrinkles after menopause often feel different from earlier fine lines. They are not just surface creases caused by dryness, they are structural changes caused by weakened support beneath the skin. The cheeks lose volume not only because of fat loss, but because collagen scaffolding weakens. The jawline softens because elasticity declines. The skin around the eyes becomes fragile because circulation to that delicate area is reduced. These are not cosmetic problems, they are circulation problems. Many women respond to these changes by increasing collagen intake, switching to heavier creams, or trying new treatments. While these steps may offer temporary improvement, they often fail to address the root cause. Without sufficient nitric oxide, the body struggles to deliver collagen to the skin, no matter how much is consumed. This leads to frustration and the belief that nothing works anymore, when in reality, the delivery system is compromised. Another effect of low nitric oxide is slower nighttime repair. Skin renewal is most active during sleep, when blood flow supports cellular repair and collagen rebuilding. But when nitric oxide is low, nighttime circulation is weaker. This is why many women wake up with deeper lines in the morning that don't fade as easily as they once did. The skin simply didn't receive enough support overnight to recover. Low nitric oxide also affects hydration retention. When circulation is poor, hyaluronic acid production declines, and water is not held effectively within the skin. This leads to dryness that persists even with good hydration and skin care. The skin may feel tight, sensitive, or papery, not because of lack of moisture, but because of lack of blood flow. Moisture without circulation cannot be retained. Emotionally, these changes can be unsettling. Many women describe feeling as though their face no longer reflects who they are. The E may feel healthy, active, and confident, yet their skin tells a different story. Understanding the role of nitric oxide helps remove self-blame. Aging skin after menopause is not a personal failure, it is a biological shift that requires a different kind of support. The encouraging truth is that nitric oxide pathways can still be supported naturally, even after menopause. While estrogen may decline, the body retains the ability to produce nitric oxide through diet, circulation support, and gentle lifestyle adjustments. When nitric oxide levels improve, blood vessels become more responsive again. Capillaries reopen. Oxygen delivery improves. Fibroblast cells receive the signals they need to repair collagen. Over time, the skin begins to regain resilience, not because it is being forced to change, but because it is finally being nourished again. When nitric oxide flow improves, women often notice changes that go beyond appearance. Skin feels warmer, not cold and dull. Healing improv. ES sensitivity decreases. The face looks more rested, even without makeup. Wrinkles soften not because they are erased, but because the skin beneath them becomes stronger. Sagging slows because elasticity is better supported. Understanding nitric oxide shifts the entire approach to aging skin. Instead of focusing only on what to add on the surface, the focus moves inward to circulation and delivery. Instead of fighting wrinkles, the goal becomes supporting the systems that keep skin alive. This approach is gentler, more realistic, and far more sustainable for women over 60. Wrinkles and sagging after menopause are not just signs of time passing, they are signs of reduced blood flow and weakened delivery. When nitric oxide declines, skin loses its support. When nitric oxide is restored, skin remembers how to function again, not perfectly, not forever, but well enough to feel strong, nourished, and alive. And that understanding is powerful, because it means aging skin is not broken. It is simply waiting for the right signal. For most of life, water has been enough. Drinking water kept the body energized, the skin soft, and the face naturally fresh. That is why so many women are confused when, after 60, water suddenly seems to stop working. They drink the same amount, sometimes even more, yet their skin feels dry, tight, dull, and unresponsive. Wrinkles deepen, elasticity weakens, and no amount of hydration seems to bring back that healthy glow. This leads many women to believe their skin is failing. In reality, it is not failure. It is a shift in how the body uses water. Water by itself hydrates. It keeps cells alive, supports digestion, and regulates temperature. But hydration alone does not guarantee circulation. Circulation is the process that moves blood, oxygen, nutrients, and collagen to the skin. And after menopause, circulation becomes less efficient. Blood vessels lose flexibility. Capillaries narrow. The movement that once carried nourishment to the skin slows down. This is the moment when plain water reaches its limit. When circulation weakens, water may enter the body, but struggle to reach the deeper layers of the skin. It stays in the bloodstream or is redirected to vital organs, leaving the skin undersupplied. This is why a woman can be well hydrated internally yet still have skin that looks thirsty. The water is present, but it is not being delivered where skin renewal happens. Upgrading water means transforming it from simple hydration into a carrier that supports blood flow and nutrient delivery. This does not require extreme measures or complicated routines. It means adding natural elements that gently stimulate circulation, support nitric oxide production, and help blood vessels do their job. When this happens, water becomes active rather than passive. It doesn't just sit in the body, it moves. One of the most important concepts for aging skin is that nourishment must travel. Collagen supplements, vitamins, and antioxidants are only effective if they can reach the dermis. Without adequate circulation, these nutrients cannot reach fibroblast cells, the cells responsible for building collagen and maintaining elasticity. Upgraded water supports this delivery process by helping blood vessels relax and open, allowing nutrients to flow into areas that have been underfed for years. Many women notice that once circulation improves, their skin begins to respond differently. Moisturizers absorb better, makeup sits more smoothly, dry patches soften, fine lines look less harsh. These changes are not cosmetic tricks. They are signs that water and nutrients are finally reaching the skin consistently. Another benefit of upgraded water is improved oxygen delivery. Oxygen is essential for skin repair. It fuels cellular energy and supports nighttime regeneration. When circulation improves, oxygen reaches the skin more efficiently, allowing repair processes to work as they once did. This is why women often notice the IR skin looks less tired and more rested, even without changing sleep habits. Upgraded water also supports lymphatic movement, which helps reduce puffiness and dullness. As circulation improves, waste products are removed more efficiently, leading to clearer tone and less morning swelling. The face begins to look lighter, not heavy or congested. This is especially noticeable around the eyes and jawline, areas where stagnation often appears first. What makes upgrading water so powerful is its gentleness. It does not force change. It works with the body's natural systems. For women over 60, this is important. Aging skin does not respond well to aggressive treatments. It responds best to steady, supportive nourishment. Upgraded water provides that consistency. It becomes part of daily life, not a treatment to endure. Another important shift that occurs when women upgrade their water is a change in expectations. Instead of chasing instant results, they begin to notice gradual improvement. Skin feels calmer. Sensitivity decreases. Texture becomes more even. These are signs of restored balance, not artificial stimulation. Over time, these small changes add up to visible improvement that feels natural and sustainable. Upgrading water also supports long-term skin health. When circulation improves, collagen breakdown slows, elasticity is better maintained, and hydration is retained more effectively. This does not mean wrinkles disappear, but it does mean they soften and stop worsening as quickly. Skin becomes more resilient to stress, seasonal dryness, and hormonal fluctuations. Many women describe this process as their skin waking up. Not in a dramatic way, but quietly. The face looks less strained, the skin feels more supported. There is a sense that the skin is cooperating again instead of fighting against age. This emotional shift is just as important as the physical one. Feeling at peace with your skin restores confidence. Understanding that water must be upgraded. After 60 is empowering. It removes guilt and confusion. It explains why old advice no longer works and offers a new path forward that is realistic and kind. Aging skin does not need more pressure. It needs better delivery. When water supports circulation, everything else works better. Collagen reaches the skin. Oxygen fuels repair. Nutrients nourish fibroblasts. And the skin responds not by trying to look younger, but by becoming healthier, steadier, and more alive. Upgrading water is not about adding complexity. It is about adding intention. It is a small daily act that supports the systems your skin depends on most. And over time, it reminds the skin how to function again in a body that is changed. Plain water keeps you alive. Upgraded water helps your skin live well. By the time many women reach their 50 seconds and 60 seconds, they've already tried everything they were told would protect their skin. Collagen powders, creams, serums, oils, treatments, and routines that promise firmness and wrinkle reduction. Yet despite all this effort, the skin often continues to thin, sag, and crease more easily than before. This leads to a painful conclusion. For many women, my skin just doesn't respond anymore. But the truth is far more gentle. The skin is not unresponsive. It is unprotected. One of the most overlooked facts about aging skin is that collagen loss does not happen only because the body produces less collagen. It also happens because collagen is broken down faster than it can be repaired. After menopause, this breakdown accelerates. Enzymes in the skin become more active, inflammation increases at a low but constant level, and oxidative stress quietly damages the collagen that remains. Without protection, even newly produced collagen is fragile and short-lived. This is where natural ingredients become deeply important, not as surface treatments, but as internal protectors. Certain plant-based compounds help slow collagen breakdown, reduce oxidative stress, and create an environment where skin can hold on to its structure longer. Instead of forcing collagen production, these ingredients act like guardians, preserving what the skin already has and allowing repair to happen more efficiently. Many women assume firmness comes only from adding collagen. In reality, firmness comes from balance. When collagen breakdown slows and circulation improves, the skin regains strength naturally. It becomes less fragile. It creases less easily. It recovers better after sleep, facial expressions, and daily stress. This is why some women notice their skin feels different before it looks different. It feels stronger, thicker, and more supported. Natural ingredients that protect collagen also help calm chronic inflammation. Aging skin often exists in a state of quiet irritation, even if it doesn't look red or inflamed. This low-grade inflammation weakens the skin barrier, accelerates collagen loss, and increases sensitivity. When inflammation is reduced from within, the skin becomes calmer. Redness fades, reactivity decreases, and the skin begins to heal instead of constantly defending itself. Another key role of these ingredients is protecting nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is fragile. It breaks down easily under oxidative stress. When nitric oxide disappears too quickly, circulation suffers and collagen delivery slows. Certain natural compounds help stabilize nitric oxide so it stays active longer. This means better blood flow to the skin, more consistent nourishment, and improved firmness over time. Protection, in this sense, is just as important as stimulation. Women who focus only on stimulation often experience a cycle of temporary improvement followed by disappointment. The skin looks better briefly, then returns to dryness, sagging, or dullness. Protection breaks this cycle. When collagen is protected, results last longer. Skin improvements feel more stable instead of fleeting. This is especially important after 60, when skin renewal is slower and more delicate. Firmness after menopause does not come from tightness. Tight skin is often dehydrated or stressed skin. True firmness feels supported, elastic, and comfortable. Natural collagen protective ingredients help restore this kind of firmness. The skin moves with expression instead of folding sharply. The jawline feels more structured. The neck looks smoother not because it's pulled tight, but because the underlying support has improved. Emotionally, this shift matters. Many women feel a sense of loss when their skin changes. Protecting collagen helps restore trust in the body. It shows that the skin is still capable of repair, that it hasn't given up, that it simply needed a different kind of care. This realization brings relief and patience, two things aging skin and responds to very well. Another benefit of collagen protection is improved skin resilience. Protected skin heals faster, tolerates weather changes better, and reacts less to stress. Makeup applies more smoothly. Moisture stays longer. The skin barrier strengthens. These changes may seem subtle individually, but together they create a face that looks healthier and more balanced. Natural ingredients work quietly. They do not shock the system. They do not promise instant transformation. Instead, they support the skin's biology day by day. For women over 60, this approach is not only safer, but more effective. Aggressive strategies often overwhelm aging skin. Gentle protection allows it to recover at its own pace. When collagen is protected, the skin no longer feels like it's constantly losing ground. Wrinkles soften instead of deepening rapidly. Sagging slows, texture improves gradually, and most importantly, the skin begins to feel reliable again. Not perfect, not youthful, but strong, calm, and alive. Understanding the importance of collagen protection changes how women approach aging. Instead of chasing the next miracle, they begin to build stability. Instead of fighting wrinkles, they support the systems that keep skin intact. This shift brings peace as well as progress. Natural ingredients do not erase time. They help the skin coexist with time more gracefully. They protect what remains, strengthen what is rebuilding, and allow firmness to return in a way that feels natural rather than forced. After 60, the goal is not to create new skin overnight. The goal is to protect the skin you have so it can continue to support you. And when collagen is protected, firmness follows.